Icebreaker.
Isn't it cool?
It's amazing. I am Tycho Brahe of Penny Arcade and PAX. I am also Ominifus Hereward Drawn, CEO of Acquisitions Incorporated. But today, I'm Jerriford K. Holkins, and I am running episode 4, indeed today's final episode of Waffles Incorporated. I hope you have enjoyed yourself thoroughly. A few items before we get started. Our new friends. Actually, you know what? Here, I'll do the thing, and then I'll bring it back. To my right, emerging as though from a mist shroud. Indeed, now consumed by a mist shroud. Actually, do it backwards. Oh. That's all the mist that's all around him. That's Straub, everybody. It's Straub. Hey, he's getting wild. We have a Strix in the mix, a twist of Trash Witch.
Ooh.
Back at it again. Obviously, a longtime ally. Only rarely summoned via an infernal contract. These days, to my left, not your grandma's grandma, except in those rare cases where she is your grandma's grandma. Rosie B. Stinger.
Yeah, I don't have my staff, so it's just glug, 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 glug.
Exactly. And Dirty Dieth. Back around the corner, keeping it real.
He nasty.
Oh,
Real nasty.
Here, we can go into that nast, that Condé nast, as we go through here. Now, what I suggested before is that, obviously, when we play with our new friends in the C-Team style game, of course, bits can result in tremendous power.
Oh, which we've never had before.
You've never had it. It's like, as we said before the cameras came on, I want you to prepare yourselves, Wafflecrew, for your first fun game of Dungeons and Dragons. Enjoy yourself, get ready.
Wait, I said that.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's a great line.
I thought you said you said it.
Oh,
You just claimed it.
No. I said it this time, but it was
Jay doesn't have fun.
She's right. So, heretofore, so forth and so on. What this means for our new friends is that Holly Conrad, aka Strix, has the Trash Witch capability, which she can leverage to incorporate filth and nastiness in the surrounding area to bolster the damage of spells. Our good boy Dieth.
I'm a good boy.
He has inner reserve. So unlike absolutely every other person who has these abilities in this game, he can use his ability on other people's turns. But it is required that he describe how he protects them from damage in a clever way. So he has a very, very novel mechanism, and I know for a fact, because we've played together before, that he will leverage this information with maximum cleverness.
I throw a boot in front of them.
No, but like a big boot. Like the biggest, like you've never seen a fucking boot like this.
For clarification, that's 2 charges to do that.
Two charges to do that. Now, of course, you can use a single one
For
to grab an advantage if you're looking at it. So when last we saw our heroes, it's been a while. You know, you had some time there. But do you remember what happened? Because I didn't watch it. Overwatch League is on, and so it's like the Spitfire and like I know exactly. I know exactly what happened. Your chunk, essentially a kind of Water Davian diorama, was snatched out of Waterdeep, placed into a misty context. And there was a lot of fear and terror, as I recall, because the game was being run by Kris. Certainly,
I wasn't that scared.
I'm down with the horror as well. I'm an enthusiast. By the same token, things might go a little bit differently because Kris and I have different things that we need to accomplish in our final games.
In ours, we get to level up 3 times.
That's right. You guys have to level up to rescue the other. No, that's not how it's going. Kris would never allow that. So, and we are working together. This is a collabo, much as one has on DeviantArt. Now, so as I suggested, you have been schlorped in a kind of dollhouse scenario and a lot of damage. You only just got this house.
We did.
Yeah. And it has sustained damage that insurance will not authorize.
What?
Yeah.
But we had insurance for once.
No. Magnus May?
You don't have demiplane of dread insurance.
No.
It's not standard.
Because it's not offered.
It's a high premium.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Acts of God and or sentient planes. No, it's not a thing.
Yeah.
So you are, even now, looking out the window, out into a wall of fog in which the occasional strange light dances. What do you do?
Well, the unseen servants are fixing the house, I think.
They're doing their best.
Okay.
Occasionally they bump into one another and the work has to begin anew.
Well,
The mercy killers are gone.
Correct.
Okay, so Strix will lie on the ground and just have a panic attack for a little while.
Yeah. Just absorb
Yeah.
as much terror
Yeah.
from her surroundings as possible.
Yeah, she's just going to have a moment on the ground to herself and also
Yeah.
let Waffles out of her
Yeah.
mist jar. So Waffles will recorporeate out and just in her room.
Recorporealize.
Yes, in her room.
Absolutely. You're not leveraging this massive friendly owl bear for comfort purposes?
I mean, I'm pretty sure if she sees Strix crying, she's used to it. So
Yeah.
she'll probably just come and
like curl up
around
Yeah.
Strix while she's crying. Yeah.
Well, the scenario, as I see it, is that you are seized up around the midsection in a soft arm. And Waffles proceeds to scoot and hoot around the house. Scoot and hoot around the house. And you are draped in this sort of hook embrace.
Yeah, that's
It's
good.
like while Waffles does the things that Waffles needs to do, you're welcome to be as sad as you want.
Fair. Yeah, she's just crying, and Waffles is just like cleaning her bits and like licking her arms and
Right.
just like just sobbing.
I mean, classic Strix
Yeah.
maintenance that you do. It's like if you wanna keep your Strix for a while, you got to do this kind of stuff.
It's true. Yeah,
That's
feed
how
and
it
water. Cry.
Kris, you mentioned that you might know something about Barovia because of the Vistani rituals, right? So what do you know?
Well, that's a good question. So how much would I have encountered in trying to research these rings? I assume that this is the seat of a lot of this business.
Indeed, yeah. The Vistani people are sort of inextricable from these mists, but the books that your father had, generally speaking, entrance to or escape from Ravenloft tends to occur within its desires, and so there is much about Ravenloft, Barovia, the demiplane of dread that is itself, and obviously on brand, shrouded.
Yeah. So we don't know. I would ask the two of you.
You know that you were at a kind of mystical crossroads, but signposts are hard to come by.
Right. I would ask. You've been here before.
Yeah.
What does this plane want from you?
This place has almost a sense of consciousness, where if it takes someone here, it's because it wants that person to do or accomplish something or be used for some purpose. Previously, we were here to defeat and destroy the vampire Straub, and we were able to use that thanks to help to some Vistani to escape the realm.
Mm-hmm.
And then upon returning again, a different, same place, different time, essentially prevent the wedding that made Straub what he is. And upon accomplishment of both of those, we were able to, I say accomplishment with asterisks. and
Air
with,
quotes.
and with that, we were able to escape. So if we're here, it needs us for something, either for the benefit of the realm or because some other thing whisks us away to use us against it. I'm not sure.
How do we find this out? We just do it. I think all we can do is do what this plane wants, and then maybe live here if it doesn't work out. I'm okay
I did
with
that. You don't want to do that. Just say I did it as I'm being like dragged off by Waffles.
You wave no.
Yeah, I'm
no.
like, no, you don't want to do that. You can put me down, Waffles. I'm done crying.
But
yeah.
the voice is getting quieter and quieter as you're being dragged
I'm
around.
like, no, I really want to be put down. No, please put me down.
Strix has done it before, and I made an internal vow that I would never make her do it again.
Okay. It's good enough for me.
Next turn,
So-
now.
from here, I mean, we do know some people. We have some contacts. We could try to reach out to them, maybe find them, get a sense of where we are within Barovia first, and maybe from there, we can garner assistance, figure out when we are, and what new dire thing they're dealing with that they need assistance with, and maybe we can.
We got to leave the house to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's pretty spooky out there. And I'm going down the stairs. Looks bad.
Is he just always in on the spooks, or?
Yeah. Yeah, he's really hoping to see a ghost one of these days.
Oh, you know what? This will be like a treat for him.
Oh yeah, good.
Not a
Great.
ghost, more. Just always more.
One ghost is never going to be enough for this guy.
It's like Pringles.
You're still wearing your ring, right?
Let me think. Yes, I am wearing it.
Okay.
That is correct. Yeah, it's no longer in my father's study knife.
Okay,
I had it
it's
with
been
me.
extracted,
I am wearing it.
and it's on there. So keep in mind that improves your AC,
Right.
and also makes you a target.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what we're hoping for. Fingers
a lot.
crossed.
Well, then I can just be like, more of these? Do you anybody, where are these kept? I'll buy them.
Strix will walk in after having done her rounds with Waffles and is like shaking the fur off of her.
Yeah,
Should we
it's in great tufts.
Yeah, it's just like,
leave her here and come back for her and Simon?
yeah.
Do you think they'll be safest in the manor?
I think they'll be safest in the manor.
All right,
I don't think that we should bring them out there.
I agree. Diaz will turn to Simon. I would go down on one knee and like hand on the shoulder, like just talking to him. Like, Simon, take care of Waffles now. Just do it for Evelyn, not for me. You don't care about me, but do it for Evelyn.
A few gentle pets of the leg and a head tilt.
Yeah. All right, Strix. Who do we know?
In Barovia?
Yeah, we're I mean, we know a lot of people.
I don't.
but one's
In
a-
what time of
one's-
Barovia?
I don't know.
We don't know what time we're in Barovia. We don't know.
You're right. First things first, we got to figure out where the heck we are.
Yes. So let's all go as a group as Kris is walking down the stairs. I think he really wants to go. Well, let's all go as a group. Now I have some rope. Let's all tie each other together so no one gets lost in the mist.
Oh. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay.
Strix has like all these weird things from living in Barovia for 50 years.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like, all right, we need to get our chalk and I have to make sure that I have the ghouls tugs just in case someone gets hungry. Just so we know. Yeah. And so she's got like this list in her head and she's like, all right, we're going to tie each other together. We could actually take Waffles. Waffles might actually help us because she is big and scary.
She is, but I don't want her running off and getting lost. If she gets lost in here, we're never finding her.
That's true. All right, let's go.
Well, wherever we go, like I'll leave markings or
Symbols.
I can do
symbols.
that with my staff can turn into a quill. So I can
Perfect.
do magic
All right.
markings.
So Strix, wherever I say so, make up markings that we can use to find a way back.
Right. All right. We need torches too. We need light. Things
Oh.
in Barovia don't like light. So let's get torches from the house.
Sure.
So we all need
Yeah,
torches.
collect up any and all adventure supplies and rations. And
If you
etc.
find any wooden shards, just take those. You might need them.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, this is so much more planning than in a C team game. All right, let's go. Let's get on the car. Woo!
Glow Man, I guess, would be an excellent source of light
Oh
here.
no, he's already.
Glowmania.
Is he substantiated?
Yeah, it's just like you see the light just shifts and he just is immediately like floats up behind me.
A little Glow Man slowly over his shoulder.
So I was just gonna say, would you like to help?
Yeah, Strix is watching this like, what the?
It's just dancing lights, but it worked well in the form of a humanoid once, and then I just like him.
Is it like a full-sized man?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's not as
Really
big.
more of a glow boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
glow
he's
child.
more of a glow sun.
and I puppeteer him. It's not an entity of its own.
friends
I
have-
wish he was.
Our friends have a boy that is a puppet.
Yeah.
So
Glowman, would you like to?
It's like, no, I know you'd like to make a friend.
And Glowman like, shucks.
Absolutely. So you have amassed an incredible supply of anti-vampire technology.
yeah.
Torches, obviously, well represented in your kit. Bologna sandwiches,
Yeah.
one presumes.
Pies. Strix has
Oh,
pies.
yeah. Pies at the ready.
Yeah, and she's tying ropes
lot of bread and
slowly
cheese.
around everyone.
Okay. So upon opening the front door of your increasingly.
I almost forgot one more thing.
Oh, the door closes.
She goes, death ward, death ward, death ward. All right.
Ooh.
Cool.
Big magic. All right, now you're ready to go.
Now we're ready to go.
As the door pulls inward, there is just a physical presence of fog that just you can just see it hungrily entering the house and breaking over your hand as you draw the door open. As I suggested before, this cobble just outside the house, this is water deep cobble. This is your home in water deep. If this is Barovia, it has changed quite a bit.
The hell?
Oh, can I Arcana check this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I think it might be the Shadowfell. Oh, I got a 2, but I mean that's still 10. Great.
Yeah, this doesn't have the it has a physicality that the Shadowfell resents and resists.
But it's not Barovia.
No, you don't think so. This looks like a cold, moonlit Waterdeep.
Before we ended the last game, all the color drained out. Is that
That's
normal
right.
for Barovia?
No, that's not a Barovia thing.
No, that's a
definitely
Shadowfell thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Kris, do you know magic and weird stuff? Do you
Yeah.
know anything about this?
I'll Arcana it for $1 more.
Hey.
Are you going to try the Arcana meal?
I'm going for it today. That was like 23.
Tell me what you're trying to determine.
I want to know how this plane or how this Waterdeep section, like, is it Barovia reconfigured? Is it contained somehow in Barovia? Is it like what sort of a construct is this
Well,
place?
you have been to Waterdeep briefly,
Right.
a couple times. This, looking around here, it doesn't match up with what you know of Barovia proper. When you take in this scene, the thing that, like, the primary thing that you take away is it's like someone tried to draw a map of Waterdeep after having been there a couple times. The scales are wrong. I mean, as you move through this place, even you know, having been there once, that things aren't quite right. Like, this small park isn't quite here, but you would remember it being close to there. It's a
Like a misremembered.
sketch. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
almost like a sketch of the place. Anything you get up to close has fine details, but as you are in it, it almost looks like. Have you ever been to like Legoland?
Yeah.
You know how Legoland has got like a part, and it's like, hey, this is this town, but it's made out of Legos. But it's like it's only monuments, right? That's the overwhelming takeaway.
It's like a tourist
is that
map.
Right.
This is like a tourist map. This is like Waterdeep's greatest hits.
So we walk outside like the yawning portals there, and we're like, "That's not here."
No, exactly.
It's just right here in the middle of the square.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's definitely indoors somewhere.
No, you're passing almost just out the front of the inn. You can see, or your new place. You can see.
Waffle House.
Yeah, like a spooky. Yeah, HAUS.
Yeah.
You can see a like a topiary garden that is made all the more malevolent by the lighting scheme.
I am wondering. We were stuck in nightmares once. Does this feel like that to you?
You mean like Dendar?
Yeah.
What? How
mean,
would that even possible? He wasn't here.
It's not Dendar, but it's
He also didn't whisk us away in mist. Dia starts like patting his back almost instinctively real quick, just almost searching for
I'm sure
something.
she's like, what are you doing?
Nothing. I'm pretty sure it's not Dendar.
And just as a caution to our audience, if you think that you have Dendar, Talk to your doctor. this is no joke. Right? Just from us, from Waffles Incorporated. Like, if you think that you may be suffering from Dendar, don't wait.
Thank you.
Real quick,
Thank you.
Just saved a life.
Kithris Rosie, Dendar was a night serpent, evil god of Charles. Basically works on nightmares.
But he put us in nightmares that were sort of not like the real world, sort of like this.
He put us in nightmares that are basically our worst premonitions come true. It was true, but it also wasn't. If you see a dabbing goblin, heads up.
Yeah, don't deal with that.
Make a note.
Don't
Make
deal
a
with that.
note. Rosie, how are you absorbing this?
I've been to Waterdeep before many times, I think, and this is for Rosie. This would be like, oh, obviously we're in someone's projection. It reminds me of our first test market situation, and
Yeah,
so
a planar shift.
Yeah. So I think that she'd be taking it in stride, but understanding that whatever laws would apply in a place like Waterdeep are not the case. Also, the Shadowfell connection, I think, is probably not lost on her either, especially like the draining of color. And so if she had even like the remotest sense that we would be interacting with the Shadowfell in any way, she'd be extremely on her guard. So she's, I think, the Kate that I'm not talking much because neither's Rosie.
Yeah.
Like she's just like, oh, what the fuck?
Just quiet.
on here?
And the staff of the master.
Yeah, she got it.
Okay, it's
Yeah,
with you.
yeah.
You can just sort of see it like bobbing up behind her, like physically slicing through
Whoa.
thick fog. I need to get
That's weird.
a perception check from, not from you, too fast, from Strix.
Oh.
Well, how are you so you tied everybody up. Are you
That's
walking
12.
single file? Like, how is this
I
happening?
figure the rope's long enough. It's just, between us, so there's some slack. It's just so no one gets lost in the mist.
Staggered diamond.
Yeah.
Staggered diamond formation. What is it with
12.
12. Okay. There is a kind of shudder as you are continuing to walk through this garden. There's a kind of shudder that seems to possess the topiary sculptures.
Oh.
Sort of a little bit over here and then over here. It's like as soon as you notice it, it stops. But it seems to be sort of it's like they're passing around the right to shudder very briefly.
The bushes are shaking.
What? Where?
They're shuddering. I don't know.
She is pointing at perfectly still bushes.
Oh.
Are you shuddering? And maybe it just looks that way.
Oh, I'm getting that your barmy look, so let's just go ahead and keep walking. She just looks at it like another day for Strix.
Can I do like an investigation on what
Yeah,
she's
absolutely.
pointing at? Okay.
Okay.
But no, Rosie, you do have
I know.
saving up
Yeah.
for that good stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
I got a 4 for the podcast.
Makes sense.
Didn't work
Yeah.
out.
So you take your the staff of the master and basically like it goes straight through clean, like a done cake.
Nice.
Just-
Okay.
And
good-
it can be withdrawn
Good bake.
without moisture.
Wonderful. Okay, so there's no friction. There's no pushback. This is clearly
it's just like,
illusory.
this
in
is
some
great.
way. Okay.
No. It definitely goes through. I'm saying that it doesn't strike an organ
Got it.
of some kind.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't know what that looks like. Okay.
Everyone stay on high alert. And from there, Dieth is like instantly, it's like constant eagle eye to like everything. Almost letting like the rest of the party choose the direction, and he's just constantly checking the arc in front of them.
Absolutely. Roll initiative, please.
Oh man.
We didn't see anything.
There's nothing here, Jerry.
Oh,
All right.
15.
15.
15 as well.
My brother.
Do I?
I got 12.
How do we order this?
12.
How do you
Arm
like it?
wrestling.
You win.
It's easy. I promise that she has better decks. But you got
12.
12. How about you, Div?
6. Uncharacteristic. I know.
Yeah,
Your decks.
Yeah, you were ready. What do you?
I
See?
was too ready.
absolutely.
That's your saving throw.
Oh, saving throw, sorry.
I secured a 19. Mechanically speaking, this is what that means. When as soon as Dieth's face assumes that air of firm command, and he tells everyone to be on their lookout, a gigantic fist made of black bark and sharp leaves falls directly on top of his head.
Oh
Oh, buddy.
Everyone, high up.
I could have missed that if you hadn't said anything.
Exactly. I am assuming, and I think I'm correct, that your AC is not 13.
No, it's much higher than that.
Okay, good. Is your AC 19?
No.
Okay. So the first one, you're able to get just out of the way, and then when the second one goes over, it's like they're playing slapjack on your skull, and the next one comes down directly over. Oh goodness gracious! Maybe this creature is too powerful. Well, let's see. 14?
That damage?
Yes.
Okay. So with like the first hand coming down, Dieth immediately like almost
just
kind of like one hand and knee like almost Tokyo drifts out of the way.
Yeah, nice.
And as the second one's coming down, he's hopping out of it, but still gets kind of clipped.
Yeah.
So, but he still yells, "Uncanny dodge!" at the same time. It takes half the damage.
Nice.
So I'll take the 7.
He dodges uncannily.
You do
Yeah.
have to yell it. In order to use
Yeah,
it.
but it makes him like kind of like actually like fall, like roll a little bit, not gracefully. Like he actually got hit in the middle of it. So like
Absolutely.
it's like he's like face mash a little.
One
bit.
of the topiary sculptures just rolls itself straight off of its platform, and razor sharp fists begin to burst out from its central core. Straub
From the
Yeah.
building.
No.
from this
in
thing?
this
There's
a
garden.
sculpture.
What does it
Yes.
look like? What's this one made out of?
This one right here looks as though it might have been a massive crow at first.
Ooh. But now it's a crow with fists.
That's right. It's a guardian mode, Veritech. So Kris,
Yes.
AC 15.
16 now.
Okay. So, but you're glad you put on this ring.
Yeah.
Here comes the second one, and it swipes over your head, Strix, and does not connect. Rosie Beestinger.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Some gardening?
Yeah.
On brand.
You know it. It's Mother's Day, bitch. How many targets we got?
You have 2 targets.
Okay.
That are now these sort of twisted, lumpy sculptures.
Okay. I will do a whole bunch of the sauce. So
Maximum sauce.
yeah, I'm gonna go for the one who is on DS, and I'll go for that one first. I'll deliver 2 sauce, and then I
Multi-sauce.
will deliver 2 sauce to the other. That shall be a 22 and a 14 on the first one. I would like to attempt a stunning strike on both of those. Which means con save 13.
Okay. Oof. No on the first one.
Okay, good. So that's a key point. And then
It's a key point.
it's a key point. So that one is
point.
now stunned.
Make a note of it.
And she bops over to the other one, does the same sauce, which will be a 17 and a 10.
I love it.
Are either of those hit?
No. 17?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jeez.
Absolutely not. No.
And I still have to roll damage too.
Yes.
And then also attempt a stunning strike on the one that hits. Con save 13, please.
No.
Okay. So that is also stunned. And
You're jumping around.
yeah, the damage. Which did I hit with both on the first guy? Both of those, both my hits. Okay, so that's going to be 10 points of damage on the first one and 6 points of damage on the second one, and they are both stunned
Spreading it out.
until the end of the next turn,
That's delicious.
isn't it?
It really is. Next up, we have Kris Straub.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Do I get the sense that these entities could be dissonantly whispered to?
When has that ever stopped you from trying?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if they're trees, like what do I think that these are?
Walnut talks to trees all the time.
Well, that's true. That's true. So let's go for it.
You haven't seen
protect you
you haven't
from
seen
forest
anything
fires?
quite like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but you don't see any reason to believe why.
That I wouldn't try it.
No.
Okay. All right. Then I'm going to go for it. I'm going to choose one of them, and I will whisper coldly. Yeah. No. Shoot. I would sit across from you on a bench and eat my lunch. You're that level of topiary.
I'd admire
come-
you for the 22 minutes
Right.
involved in eating
I'd come
lunch
here on my lunch break.
Entire
on a
break.
Tuesday.
No, I'd only look at you part of the time.
The other time I'd be on my phone.
And that's versus Wisdom DC 15.
Wisdom is surprisingly not these plant tumors, greatest strong suit. So
Let's find out.
no, very healthy. You can do all the damage you want.
Oh, yum. And then it will also have to flee after this, after these messages. All right, so let's go 5d6. Let's do it slowly. 2 plus 1. Plus 6.
That's a very high number.
Wonderful.
We're at 9 so far. Ooh, a 5. So now we're at 14. 17.
Mm-hmm.
And run away and cry. Make like a tree.
Don't look at the camera.
So immediately upon hearing what any topiary loathes to hear, it's almost like the movement pattern is almost like a slinky. It just sort of falls up and then rolls back through, like tears through another part of this urban beautification project, and finds its way out down some shadowy alley. Next up,
Can it do that if it's stunned?
Is it stunned?
I
wouldn't
stunned them both.
Ah,
let's see, stunned, incapacitated, can't move,
wake it up.
but then
But wouldn't it wake up when I attack one?
that's always how I've run that.
No, that's not how stun works. Stun is until the end of my next turn, which is why it's exciting for everybody to get there.
Really?
Because you get
Yeah,
advantage
so
on all
we
your
got a
attacks.
full
Yeah.
round of.
You get a full round
Of
of it.
beatings?
Is that the condition stunned? Mm-hmm. Well, how come sometimes I'd use hypnotic pattern? Does that stun?
You tell me.
It depends on the creature.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I remember it's like don't touch them because it'll wake them up. Don't attack them. Leave it alone. Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's
honestly-
like a
That's like
wow
sleep.
stun.
Yeah.
Okay, so it just flattens itself out.
Hypnotic Pattern's Charmed.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm thinking.
And lays,
Okay,
and
charm,
lays itself
charm,
on the
charm.
ground.
Okay.
Next up, we have the Trash Witch.
You know what to do.
I already did it. I already counted it. I would like to do a level 5 fireball careful spell right in the middle of this garden and burn it to the ground.
Just catch as many as you
As
can.
many as I can.
I think that's
yeah,
very
going
smart.
around my friends.
Just making little pockets where the fire does not
Yeah,
exist.
exactly. And I did 34 points of damage.
And they're plants, Jerry. Don't forget.
And
Oh,
the
they're
fire.
plants. They're plants, but you can
And it looks really cool. I feel like she takes her like
Definitely.
quill pen and just like turns it into her staff and then just
Well-
slams it on the ground and
Yeah.
fire just goes out.
Well, yeah, I mean, and you've had many exciting times burning plants with this spell,
True.
but they seem to like they mostly smoke as opposed to burn. Like the flames get batted out pretty quickly. Like obviously they're damaged by the spell, but there's like a black smoke from some resin on their leaves or trunk.
Gross.
It's
Noted.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Noted. It's
Okay. Got it.
Gross. Okay.
Dieth, how are you?
Yes. So this one that smacked me.
So mean.
Yeah, angriest at this one. And after seeing Rosie deftly move along the battlefield, Dia's almost like, yes,
Finally.
someone else, yes. So to kind of almost match that, he will find like a nearby fence or lamppost or other Waterdavian structure to leap off of that. And,
You will have no shortage. Bird bath. Like, what do you want?
Just some small stone structure, leap off of that, pulling out gutter, and like leaping at this plant that's stunned, and just like reverse grip down, just into it as hard as
right
possible.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever strange central system it has, trying to find it with gutter. Let's see what we got.
So it's stunned, yeah?
Oh, thoroughly.
Yeah.
Would you say I have an advantage on this attack?
I guarantee
Is he
that you
incapacitated?
You would.
I guarantee that you do.
No.
It's indicated right here.
That's why I gave it. That's why.
Oh, this
that's why I
poor
gave
plan.
it stuns.
Whoa! Bum, bum,
That's
bum,
a crit.
Shout out
We
to
never get those.
Waffle fam. We're delivering some boons here. Your servant Dieth, dishing it up. Do you have some hot S for us, Alyssa?
Hot.
You got some hot S? Oh man,
Told
this
you.
is Jackbox Party Pack 3 level up dice. Ooh, the Jasper set. D&D Beyond Legendary Bundle. Nice work, dude. Roll a big pile of dice. Oh my God.
There's no ones.
Whoa.
What?
I'm telling you, come play with
frightening.
me.
That's a good deal.
Anytime you want, you can
Very
have this
friendly.
experience.
What?
What
That's
is
a
this
lot.
like?
That's a lot.
This is cool. You're about to find out. This plant is about to find out.
61.
Holy shit. Oh my God.
All right, so it's like, as a young person, do you recall, it depends on where you grew up, whether you have access to something like this, a pitch blister on a tree?
Oh, I think I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So some trees on their surface, they have these raised blisters of pitch. And if you're a young person and such a tree is around, you occasionally do pop them. Right? And that is more or less what has happened here.
Great.
Like the sword goes straight through some nodule, for lack of a better term.
Something that looks pulsing, maybe?
Well, indeed. And when you pull out the sword and something clings and then snaps.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Oh, that's really gross. Right, so these bad guys do not go because they're taking a nip nap.
Wait, is that one alive?
What's that?
That one's alive still?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Profoundly so.
Oh, definitely.
He's got
yeah.
classes in the fall. Like, he can't die.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to be the first shambling mound in his family, to go to community college. So
Not if I can help it.
I'm getting rid of these dreams. So, but in the mist, just outside this slightly lowered garden area, you can hear the sound of a wooden wheel squeaking against the cobble, and you can see a lantern swinging at the front, and you can see it sort of passing through the tall bushes that sort of make this plant wall. And as this thing is approaching, you can see that lantern sort of dancing on the edge, and you can hear a footfall light just outside the arena of conflict. Rosie Beestinger.
Okay. That's cool, but we gotta deal with these
Hey, listen.
bad boys.
Yeah.
Now-
put him to work.
I don't know this off the top of my head. Is if I attempt to stunning strike them again, does that renew them for the next turn? Or since they are still stunned until the end of this turn?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that you can re-stun them.
Okay.
While stunned.
While stunned.
Yeah.
All right.
I think they already have that condition, is my
Okay.
guess.
Well, I'll just give them the full fucking
Yeah.
juice. All right, so here we go. That's going to be a 26. That's going to be a 23.
That's real hits. Now, and where are you focusing your tender administration?
Probably on the one that
That's a
did
good
not
call.
just get.
Oh, then the one that did not get.
No, you said it was a good call. So the one that
Oh,
did
never mind.
just get.
Sorry.
Yeah, so those are both hits.
Greatest hits.
That's going to be a 19. And that's going to be another 19.
Okay, yeah, these are hits.
Those all hit. Okay, I've been rolling the wrong damage dice, so I'm going to do the correct one.
Why not?
Why not, So that's going to be.
You rolled so many dice and none were 20s. I'm not even mad. I'm just saying, like, because anything that we don't give away, I get to keep. So
That's true. That is true. So that's 12, 11, 23, and another 6, and another 8. I don't know. What is it?
22 plus 14? Yeah.
you don't even know.
Let's pick a number.
Just put
sounds
whatever
good.
down. Yeah, so another 37 or so. Ish.
So massive
Yeah.
massive blows, like the strength of the swing, bending the staff of the master in midair.
Yeah.
All of that kinetic energy delivered.
That staff of the master, like having any kind of special effect on these?
No,
weird
you're not
beasts?
getting a shadow vibe
Okay.
from this zone, but it is it's having the effect of murdering them. If
It
that,
would, like, if it felt weird, it would tell me, right?
it has to tell you,
Yeah.
right?
Otherwise, it's
staff
intelligent.
rules.
Yeah, exactly.
Staff rules. No. So you bring the staff of the master down once, twice, 3 times. It starts to get up and do its best to respond, and then the last one hits, and then as it tries to get up, it actually just snaps.
Nice.
Yeah.
At the top, it just sort of snaps in half, and then shudders.
Okay.
Next up is Straub.
It's not stunned anymore.
Eldritch Blast. No, I'm not going to do that. Because it's garbage. Let's see. So that one doesn't look so good.
No.
I'm going to focus up on that. And this
I think I
time.
killed it, didn't I?
Did you?
The first one's toast.
Okay, good. All right. Well, in that case, I'm not going to bother with damage on the other one. I want to offer advantage instead.
Ooh.
I saw this skill with this blade, and then I saw this obliviation, incredible. All right, listen, it's not even that great. That wasn't 61.
You still high five over it.
I don't know.
No one knows math.
That was a very long time for him to wait for the high five, Kate.
I didn't know it was there. My peripheral vision goes like here.
She gets tunnel vision when she has to offer sass.
Sass mode.
Look, I can't hope to compete with that, so I'm gonna just do
Gonna enable others.
fairy fire, and make this tree light it up for the holidays. And that what is that?
So I can see more pulsing things.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
And everybody gets advantage again, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
On that goose.
Yes.
On that silly goose. Trash Witch. Strix. What's next?
All right. I would like to do Toll the Dead.
Nice.
What?
So, and I've never done this before.
No, you haven't. What?
So on
Our warlock tools.
one of
all
the,
time.
I guess the large remaining
gonna do
one.
Indeed.
So it's the target has to.
It's ready. It's at its full height.
Okay. The target has to pass a wisdom save or take damage. If it's missing any hit points, the damage is 1d12 necrotic damage. Otherwise,
Yum.
it's 1d8. But I'm going to do it at 5th level. Oh, I'm sorry. It is 5th level because I'm 10th level, or almost 11th level. Because I'm 5th level, I get 2d12.
Right.
So
God.
it's
All right.
2d12 and it's a cantrip.
Dang.
Juicy.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Yeah.
I
Right.
took that because I thought Eldritch Blast is trash compared to that. And
So
that's
I'll just
versus
like hit
wisdom.
my staff
Oh,
on the
no.
ground and just send out like a pulse of energy at this thing to try and
Exactly.
Get it to die.
And it's the first time you've ever cast a spell. So the save attempt does not go through. And so this is so Diaz, you have never seen this.
Never seen this.
The hand motion that accompanies it, the whispered words,
Yeah.
and then the terrifying bell that you can feel in your bones when the staff strikes the ground.
So it's 13 necrotic damage to that big scary guy.
That's awesome. So
That
you
looks cool.
So absolutely. You can see it just in portions, in patches. You can see leaves and tendrils just drying out and like audibly crackling as they lose their sucker. Next up, it's Dieth. All we need is another 61
Dang.
points of damage.
Yeah. So the first one that I like stabbed into it, you said like it snapped. Was it like around the knee and like it fell forward or like crumbled?
Basically what you can see is mostly leaves. Like its body is grows in such a way clearly to protect these places.
Like
You're not sure it's stable because each of them has a completely different body shape.
when it was slain, did it like kind of crumble to the ground?
Definitely.
Okay, yeah. So like Diaz is basically still on it as it happens. So as the crumbling down, he just rides it as it hits the ground.
Down next.
It's a tumble forward and just run up, sword up, sees the fairy fire to a pulsing thing.
Yeah.
Just another two-handed like thrust into it as hard as
You
possible.
can find it in there. So it's casting light now.
Yeah.
That's being sort of carried out in a nimbus.
the dancing
through the
lights
fog.
coming off of gutter.
Diak is on the young side for Rosie, but she's
But
still, like,
she likes damage.
she does.
Physically young.
She likes, yes.
Actual
She
age
likes
much older.
damage goods.
She does. Damage
Damage
goods.
goods.
Yes.
Damage good.
All right, that'll be a 23.
That's healthy.
Great. So it's not a crit this time, so I won't do it as much. I'll count these rolls.
I won't do it as much. Good
All right, so
Lord.
all right, that was a 7
Animal.
there.
Nerf rogues.
Nerf Dieth.
Watsy. Hashtag baby wizard.
Uh,
Hashtag love my
24.
Watsy job.
What's that?
24. Look, it's only because my magical short sword drinks the blood of the enemies and constantly tells me to kill
Talks to
more
him.
things,
Yeah.
and it's very, very evil, and I hate using it, but it helps my backstabs.
It's super evil.
No, it's bad. It has a yucky, scary name too. So
Yes.
down from the side, you can like those footfalls become a patter of light-soled shoes down the stone stairs into this low area where the garden is, and you can see someone dressed in a colorful way that manages to somehow resist and stand out against the gloom.
Oh, so we do see color.
collects. Oh, absolutely.
Okay, weird.
The gloom that collects around in this place, and she has a silver sickle with her that she draws out, and then she grabs another, and she jumps onto this creature and begins to ply her trade.
Steals our kill. Just like thieving XP from us.
Yeah.
You get no XP.
God.
No levels for you. Not bad. Not bad at all. She.
Jared's just playing D&D by himself.
Yeah, I'm having
now.
a great time over here.
My OC's.
I love it.
Great character.
She, with deft skill, interest, and tactics, she alters visibly the shape of this thing with clever, quick cuts. And then she looks over at you, Rosie, and says, "It's your and then it swings like the back of its fist right at her over toward the side of the wall.
Yikes.
Damn it. Don't die. I
Just flat, whoops.
just made
Just like a mosquito.
She got to say one half of a word. Don't.
Hell of an entrance, though.
Rosie, I am your...
Exactly. Oh, no.
Biggest fan.
Okay, this is...
I spend a lot of time with this NPC.
So the first hit comes back just like the back, just this shredded bark comes back down, puts her on the ground, and then the other hand slams down on the top and then scoops her, like drags her across the ground
Okay.
inside inside of its body and deposits her there and then seeks fresh prey.
This can happen. Yeah.
Rosie Beestinger.
Ah, this sucks. Okay.
Careful where you punch.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna aim for the extremities, I suppose, on this
Or
one.
whatever. We don't know who she is.
Yeah, she seemed cool. I like her sickles. Okay, so I guess I'll just go blow some more key points on this fool. Yeah. So again,
You gotta.
and then it's still fairy fired. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How long does fairy fire
Thoroughly.
last?
I think it's just there. It's just there.
Duration up to 1 minute. So
Okay.
Oh, plenty of time.
Cool.
in
right.
D&D time, that's a lot.
Here we go. 24. Ooh, 12.
Shithole.
It's just a pile of garbage.
Gee.
24. And it's a 19. So 3 hits.
3 hits.
Okay. So one will be.
Let's see what you
this.
got.
It's going to be a beautiful 1. 5 points of damage. 8 points of damage. And 9 points of damage. So 22 points of damage total.
Very healthy.
Thank
Good.
you. Thank you.
I say healthy, but I mean, really.
It really
It's
depends
the
on your
opposite
perspective.
of health.
Yeah,
It really
yeah.
becomes, it's like it depends on our point of view.
And she's striking now. We saw this person get swallowed, but we haven't heard chewing or digesting yet. So she's definitely striking around the.
We got a good feeling
the
about
outsides.
this. Kris Straub.
But Kris says, he says, it's been fed. It's sleepy. Attack. And now I'm excited by that tolling of the dead. I'm going to toll the dead.
Yeah.
As well.
Toll up on some dead.
We both do
Oh,
it.
you're both just doing it?
And I just over here in the corner, like, toll the dead. My staff.
You're gonna look cool like me.
Yeah, I stand up right next. I turn Legati back into a staff, and then I bring him down on the ground.
Yeah, he squawks malevolently.
I love these party parallels we got going on.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
this
it's
is
always
it's
been true.
Almost like
So
it was
fun.
organized that way by an
Yeah.
ingenious producer. But that's probably not it.
Yeah, say 15.
I was just gonna say his save fails.
I'm like, mine's not alive.
Yeah.
You only get to do 1d12.
No, I have 2.
Oh, very
'Cause it's
nice.
a
It's
little-
past level 5. Once I hit
5, yeah.
11, I do 3.
Yes. All right, so here's going to be 2 of them.
Nice. That's a
11
nice one.
plus 12.
Oh, nice.
Oh my God! Really?
Yes. 11 plus 12.
That's awesome.
Good Lord.
Now, how does this, do you guys compare dick sizes about this, or do you?
No, I'm
is it
probably just like, yay, magic!
Oh, yeah. And Kris is like, oh, it works really well.
yeah.
this one?
I love this place.
Is there anything about his toll, like the sound that his strike produces in this?
I think that what is your sound like?
What
do you
was
think?
mine?
Well, I just had a bell, toll the dead. I mean, it sounds like a bell.
Hers would just be like, oh, God.
like birds.
I don't know.
No,
Probably not.
like crows would be my guess.
Yeah,
Toll
maybe.
the dead sounds like a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like it, like.
death
maybe-
part.
Maybe some creature from Sigil that no one else would ever
Oh, yes,
recognize.
Well, that
Oh,
would
I
be the
think it's some
executioner's ravens.
They got some
Okay.
weird
That
ass
sounds
birds.
rad.
Yeah,
Do that.
So just be
Yeah.
the executioner raven like call, like
love it.
"Rah!"
I'm imagining like a crystalline, like a
Oh,
tubular.
like a ring of the wine glass.
Yeah, like a weird resonance that you can tell is
It's
brittle.
just too long. No, and it starts before the staff hits.
Ooh.
Yeah,
And that's just like
nasty.
the apex of it, right?
Oh yeah, it's like that implosion bomb in Episode 2, Star Wars. It's just all the sound goes away.
Just like that. Now,
Blah. It's come late.
at this first wave and then second wave, something in this crystalline sound is just inimical to the life of this creature, and it begins to just wither and crack. And as it tries feebly to escape, limbs are just cracking off and shredding until there is simply a luminous, colorfully garbed young woman separating herself from the rest of this evil wicker basket.
Glad we didn't tell her.
We're done. We're done.
Done.
Nice. Killed him.
Good job, everybody.
So this-
Immediately, do myself or Strix recognize who this person is?
It's possible that you recognize her mode of dress, which is Vistani, if a bit more traditional.
All right. I will walk up and heal her. So
Absolutely.
Diaz keeps gutter out at the ready.
That's great.
I'll walk up and heal her, and just do regular cure wounds.
and Rosie points to her. She looks at Kris. She's like, "You can do it? You can heal? You can just heal people?
No, I can't.
Oh no, I can't.
No, we need quite the opposite.
I'm a warlock. I don't know. What,
You don't know. I don't know what she
I don't know what
is.
that is, but there's healing there.
She
Yeah.
saw you guys both told the dead. She's like,
I see. I don't know.
both
I
do
don't
the same
really.
stuff.
I don't really understand why I can heal people other than I'm related to devils or
Pact of the
something.
Tongue
I don't
lets
really
me
understand. Sorry.
Take other people's stuff.
All right, so what do you got here, Strix?
I'm just doing a 1d8 for healing. There we go. So it's 2 plus my ability modifier, which I don't heal that often, so which is 4. So 6.
Hey, it's
enough.
it's more than she had.
Comfort.
Yeah. And I was just doing it at first level. I didn't even do it at higher level. I just gave her 6 to be like, yeah, hope you're okay.
Absolutely. She exhales sharply, as if even the closing of the wound had a toll to it. And she says, "You are strangers here."
Well, debatable.
She says,
Wait, what time? We're in Barovia, or correct?
something like it.
What?
Something like
We travel these mists with ease. Occasionally we find places we haven't seen before.
Miss Donnie.
She says, "I know that we have only met each other, but I am going to recommend that you enter my cart and come with me away from this place.
Why the hell should we trust you?
Why should
You
we?
have no need to trust me. It is simply an offer that I make. You certainly would not be the first to mistrust my people, no doubt out of a ridiculous and old-fashioned racial animus."
Whoa, 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 no.
I think it was actually because there was a whole deal with Straub, but you don't know who Straub is, right?
She spits.
All right, I mean, she's spitting.
At the mention of the racial animus, Kris immediately like steps over next to her and is like, "Come on."
Kris, I'm not. Come on. You know me better than that. Where exactly is it that you're going?
Right now, it's best that we go away.
Yeah, let's not look this gift card
Can
in the
I
mouth.
insight check her?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to insight check her. I'm also going to look at Dieth and say, if we have to leave, we have to go get Simon and Waffles.
You're right.
I'm already in
Oh,
the
that's not
cart.
bad.
That's quite good.
Yeah, 17. That's plus wisdom, right?
It is.
Yeah, no, it's just 17.
It is.
Not wise.
Womp, womp, womp.
Hey,
Your servant, DM Daddy, has delivered another 20 for this stream. So the crit on this one is the Neverwinter Notebook, Cryptic Anniversary Shirt, WotC Dice and Bag, and then all the digital goodies in the D&D Beyond Legendary Bundle. Thanks so much to that crew. Delicious. She says, "You have other friends, yes?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
She says, "Show me." And she like nimbly leaps from the ground to the stair to the driver's seat.
amazing.
Show you to our house?
It's
The friends, yes?
it's
Yeah.
well, we have an owl bear with us.
It's a big bear.
Owlbears are large.
Yeah. But she
They're
can run
very
along the
large.
wagon. She does that a lot.
Just make it small.
She can also ride in my little jar.
However you wish to carry your friends.
All right. Well, let's go get them, I guess.
Fine. Make sure they don't leave. Dieth will go and retrieve Simon. So that we can.
The dolly.
Yeah.
And Waffles.
He's not carrying it or holding its hand. He's just kind of like hand at the back, kind of like guiding him towards.
Oh, just scoot.
Yeah, just like
This
come
way,
on, yeah,
this
come
way.
on.
Just
Yeah.
like gentle steering.
Yeah, if he had like one of those like children harness leashes, that's what like it'd be like the equivalent of that.
How tall is Simon? 3 feet?
Yeah, that's what
like
Kris
a
said.
kid.
Taller than
It's taller than Moses. So it's like for you, not small.
No.
Yeah.
For you,
Very-
weird.
Weird.
No, very normal size.
Yes.
Very acceptable size.
And Waffles, too. You got Waffles.
Yeah, I'll also get Waffles too. She'll, depending on how fast we go, she can probably ride along.
If not, I can
You
gas
can bound
on her.
alongside.
If
Yeah.
you can, save your energy.
All right, now, Kris Straub,
Yes. I'm ready. Let's go.
do you have? I'd like you to roll your history.
Yes. I'd love to do that. Ugh, it's not gonna be great. It's 9. It's a 9.
No, that's grotesque.
Can I try?
And you should be ashamed. It's a very specific history that he would be looking up. Although, I think that you might know it as well. Why don't you go ahead
Yay.
and give it to me?
Oh, sorry.
We get this Donnie knowledge.
Gosh, listen,
Wow.
the hits keep coming.
That's
What is
also,
it about C Team?
With
Waffle
my history
fam.
bonus, it's a 23.
Shadow Council. Your girl Strix, bringing the goodies. We got another package coming up. When Alyssa comes back, I'll tell you what it contains. So you think that she is dressed for a wedding.
I would know that.
Yeah.
Like, but for people who it's not the type of, that isn't the type of wedding that you do now. A modern Vistani wedding it has a nod to the tradition, but these weddings nowadays are designed to happen, and then at a moment they can disperse purely for safety reasons. This is an index of a person with an attachment
Okay.
to a deep well of Vistani culture. This is a mode of dress and pride that represents someone steeped in it in the old ways.
All right. So I will sort of relay that to everyone, then also be like, where's the wedding?
She says, "We're going to it now.
Whose wedding is it?
You'll see."
No, but I need names. We need names here.
Names.
Whose wedding is it?
Is it Strahd and Esmeralda by
Yeah,
chance?
if it's those two, we don't want anything to do with it.
Or Strahd and Irina?
Yeah.
Or,
Anyone named Irina.
or
No. There is no wedding for Strahd or Irina.
that's good.
I know the story.
Oh. That's good.
She chuckles. So the cart trundles to life. Waffles hoots alongside, and she says, "Do you know much of our ways? Not you, not this man, of course.
Wait,
That was
why?
being racist.
Of course, he's already made his will known in these matters.
Wait, what?
What do you know?
I'm confused. Why, what do you have against Dieth?
Well, no, it's Dieth that has something against our people. We can cover that in another time.
What?
Guys, I'm not racist.
Are you talking about Dieth or someone that looks like Dieth?
I don't know. A lot of people that look like him give people like me looks like that, and I don't like it. In any case, how much do you know of our weddings?
Well, unfortunately, we were exposed to one unwillingly that we thought was a resurrection sort of experience, but I guess like sacrificial soul experience. But
In what way? That sounds like no wedding I've heard of.
well, there was a raven costume. Do you have raven costumes? There was a raven costume, and then there was the priest lost his eyes.
Oh,
Yeah, they were just smoking holes at the end of it. But there were 2 rings at the end that Dieth and I got that were part of our friend's soul. And now apparently we're married and they're gone.
Do you
Oh,
We're not married.
do you have
it
these?
whatever it matters, it's something.
Do you have these rings
No, we do.
with you?
They're gone.
we know where they can be found, though.
She says
They're likely still safe in Red Larch while you're using your research.
that is
Yes.
good. That is good. That is good to hear. And she says, "I am Izar." And as she says this, the cart breaks out of the forest, which is sort of commingled with the mist to create something that looks like walls or a maze as the light of the lantern casts out through the columns of the trees. And as she breaks out into this clearing, you can see that you're nearing some kind of an edge or cliff. And at that edge, they dance a bit. Gentle lights seem to cling to that edge. And she says, "Well, do you know about the first wedding? Do you know what the wedding ritual is based on?"
No,
No.
I'm sure Van Richten does.
Yeah.
I do, but I just want to hear you say it.
She
What is a wedding?
at the mention of Van Richten, her voice, like there is like a involuntary expulsion of breath.
We don't really like him either.
She says, Van Richten is an idiot at best, at best a tourist, a cultural tourist. He pretends at knowledge. But we Vistani are used to being misperceived, mistreated, misunderstood, but it never occurred to us that he would turn out to be our greatest ally in a way. So he imagines himself an expert in our ways. And when he manufactured those rings, it was as though we had become wed again in a way. Do you know the story of Lashka and Vidir?
No.
It's very much the story of this place.
Would we recognize these names at all?
This is a weird one. I'm gonna have to ask for some history checks. And you do have the Shadow Council / Waffle Fam is giving you some goose if you want to try it.
I was hoping for a little more juice because I wanted that ultimate.
We'll get there. Maybe we'll
I'll attempt history though. 15?
Very healthy.
I can try.
Anybody else want to do
I mean, I already got a 20 on it before. Yeah, that's only 12.
16?
16.
I can consult my father's books, but
Oh,
maybe I'll let her.
17, excuse me.
Oh, you have specifically researched Vistani weddings. It's possible that you might have something clunking around in there.
Why not?
Possible.
Maybe we'll get
Maybe
it.
he gets advantage
Maybe we'll
because
get a gift.
he's done so much research.
Nah. I mean, I was hoping to get 20 so somebody could get a present.
Yeah.
But in terms of history, that's a 21.
That's quite good.
Okay.
So the rituals, the Vistani rituals that you've investigated. So as she begins to relate this tale, you're matching it up point by point in your head. They're not always called Lashka and Vidir. Some of the stories call them different things, but it's a kind of origin myth for Vistani marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially, the idea is, and it's recognized even now, even in modern Vistani weddings, there's always a recognition of the entities they call Lashka or Vidir. And inside that is that lovers are always in great peril. That's just an understanding of the wedding ritual, that by joining together, you are creating an avenue for attack. And the weddings themselves offer this succor to Vidir and Lashka. They say, let us love, let us bear children, and in the future, your feast will be even greater. And so, but there's always a kind of gallows recognition of that, the danger that is inherent in love. And so the part that Izar appends at the very end is that the mists of the demiplane of dread of Ravenloft itself, and she names it Ravenloft.
What?
She says, this place is a commingling. Imagine these two forces, Lashka and Vidir, always intimate, always close, but never touching. Always together, but always apart, ever since their origin. And then she says, they seek creatures in torment because they think they might have found the other. And they draw those tormented creatures into themselves and play with them for a time and then toss them aside once they realize that it is not their lover after all. And as the cart begins to slow, as we reach this great gulf, this great cliff, and then the mists all seem to be behind the cart, and you're gazing out upon a massive, potentially infinite starfield. In this starfield, you can see massive orbs like jewels floating in systems. And you can see pulled across like a cloak. And in it, you can hear the sound of horses and carriages. And then Izar says, And there he is. My love Vidir. He still seeks me, but he'll never find me. But look at his plan. He will engulf the entire plain. And he'll know that we're together once he has claimed it all. And she says, but wait. And so there is a portion of this massive black cloak that is now reaching around this central, almost a marble, that will not allow this great caravan of his to claim it. And she says, I had thought for certain. And then you can see her reach into a pouch and begin to flip cards out. There on the seat, there on the deck of the cart. And she says, this was to be our time. But now there is a war. This is my domain. All of reality was to be ours. That is what our love will do. And she says, we will not consume you today, Vidir and I. We can't lay claim to the prime material today. Something else is occurring there. You can resolve it, I'm sure. Please take care of my universe so that I may claim it and our feast may be ever greater, won't you? And immediately cold air begins to rise from the ground. And you find yourselves and a massive owlbear and a small wooden boy falling from a height of perhaps 20, perhaps 30 feet. Around you, you can see a small walled city that's rising up on a kind of bluff or cliff. And you can see a castle keep high up back to the right. And as you come into contact directly with the ground, each of you in your own place in this town, you can see that just above you, in the heavens above, demons and devils have begun to tear each other apart. That is the end of our game. That is episode 4 of Waffles Incorporated. Come back tomorrow and see our Avengers equivalent 8-player 2DM game extravaganza. I hope you'll come back and hang out with us tomorrow. Take a look at all the stuff that we've got. Check out the schedule. Table talk immediately after this. Is that right?
Yep. And a giveaway.
And a giveaway in the quiet space between the games.
There's a fun announcement from Jared.
Oh,
That'll be during the table talk. Yeah.
Listen, there's going to be a fun announcement from Jared. That's why you have to stay. In any case, thanks so much for coming and hanging out. Chris Perkins and I had a really, really fun time coming up with all this crazy horse shit. Ultimately, I think you'll learn that it was all Strix and Diath's fault.
I actually did write down in my notes some fucking bullshit.
You know, it's their fault, and obviously they'll be punished tomorrow in our mega game.
I wish you were joking.
Don't go anywhere. We'll see you tomorrow.